Hola.
Hello.
Welcome to Ron's Guitar Lounge, little Sunday edition.
Sunday edition, yeah. Somebody canceled on us on Wednesday night for a good reason, so I know.
So watching the Ravens and Chiefs game, sadly it looks like I'm gonna see Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl. But
Yeah.
Baltimore just kicked a field goal, so hopefully they can keep Kansas City to a 3-0, but highly unlikely.
No, it looks like KC is gonna put this one away. Only 2.5 minutes. So we should be able to run some time off at least. But not so.
But I'd like to thank Beard Wisconsin for sponsoring the podcast. Go to beardwisconsin.com for 10% off your entire purchase with the code WISCO10. They got hats, they got beanies, they got t-shirts, hoodies, beard balm, beard oil. Go to beardwisconsin.com. Use the code WISCO10 for 10% off your entire purchase. So,
Wow, they kicked it deep. I thought they were gonna onside it, but they kicked it deep. That seems kind of odd.
I mean, if you kick it onside, then that just gives Kansas City excellent field position. So
I would have thought they would have wanted the ball back quicker than that. But I got 2.5 minutes. They can make a stop and then.
yeah, but if Lamar wouldn't have made that throw, they would have at least got a field goal out of that drive.
Yeah.
So they'd be down by 4.
Interesting.
Holding.
Nope. Too many men on the field. I've seen the guy run off.
Well, trying to fight.
Now they've been fighting since pregame.
But so yeah, a little divisional round, championship round. Like we said, we're watching the Chiefs and Ravens game right now. Then the Lions and 49ers game should be starting right about now. Switch over to that when this game's over.
Do you think they'll start that game before this one's over?
It's at 5, I think. Or no, it's 5:30. I think 5:30. I'm kind of surprised that this game started so early. And the Lions game isn't Sunday night football, but I watched a little bit of it earlier and listened to it on the radio, but
yeah, this
is about all I've been able to watch.
I was out in the garage and I had it on out there, and Kelsey was just outrageously good today.
9 catches for like almost 100 yards in the first half.
I think he had first half, yeah. The defense, Casey's defense has been all over the quarterback. What the hell's his name?
Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, Lamar Jackson. So they put him off his game big time today. So
yeah, there's a few people that agree with me. Lamar Jackson isn't as good as people think he is. He's more of a runner than a passer. And
everybody's saying he's going to be named the MVP, the MVP here in 11 days, or whatever. That's been saying on the TV today, and it's just, he's good, but I just don't see him as being MVP.
Even the year he won MVP, he wasn't really that spectacular. That was when he actually ran the ball. Now, he's been hurt the last couple of years in the playoffs, so he hasn't been running the ball.
Yeah.
There's been plenty of opportunity the last couple drives that he could just take off, but it's almost like he's scared to run.
Geez, that guy just punched Kelsey. He just took a swing at him.
We're without Amy today. She's got a sick child. But still plenty to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, after last week, we haven't talked about last week's game at all yet. So, Packers lose and whatnot. So that was kind of a weird game in a way too, so.
Yeah, then it should have been a tie ball game. If Carlson wouldn't have missed that last field goal, which he shouldn't have missed it. And they already brought in another kicker. They brought in a kicker on Tuesday. They fired Joe Barry on Tuesday. They fired their strength and conditioning coach too.
Love finally had a game that he was not completely perfect on, so.
Yeah, he also went up against a defense that actually played defense.
Yeah. That's what I was saying all along, so. This was what I have in my notes. This is the rapid fire. I'm just gonna get right into rapid fire here, so. One of my comments that I have for you is, did Green Bay stumble or did they just get beat by a better team?
I think they just got beat by a better team.
I think so too.
I think they played as well as they did against Dallas, but like you said, they didn't play a real defense until they played San Francisco.
Right.
I mean, you got Nick Bosa on one side, you got Chase Young on the other side, you got Fred Warner in the back
Warner
as a linebacker.
He's an animal.
Oh yeah, and then you got Buckner, right? Or no, Armstead. Armstead is defensive tackle.
Yeah. Looks like they just sealed it up, kind of.
Yeah.
Going to a 2-minute warning here now, so.
Oh my God, Valdez Scantling finally caught a football.
Amy. Hi, Amy. Sorry you can't make it tonight. So yeah, the other thing that this was brought up on KFAN early last week, last week, Monday, I believe, after the games. But the Bucks, did the Bucks give up too early? You know, everybody's saying with 34 seconds, they had a timeout. They could have forced the Lions to kick a field goal because it was going to be 4th down.
Yeah, the Lions nailed it.
Yeah.
I think they gave up. They
should have called that timeout and forced them into a field goal and then try to do a Hail Mary or something at the last seconds of the game, or just try it.
Mm-hmm.
But the coach is.
I don't think he's very aggressive. He's not as aggressive as Bruce Arians was with Tom Brady. I mean, you don't have Tom Brady anymore. You got Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I don't even know what the score of that game was at the end.
I don't remember exactly. I think that was Sunday night, right?
I think so. Yeah, I didn't watch the whole game.
But
so yeah, I mean, what do you think? You think the Bucks will be back next year? You think that was just a quirk?
it's just quirk. Mayfield did that in Cleveland. He had one good year, brought him to the playoffs, won a playoff game, and went on a downhill slide. He'll get a new contract, but
Yeah, I think they have to keep him.
yeah, they're not in a high enough spot to draft a quarterback this year.
Yeah. If they didn't keep him, and the Vikings don't keep Cousins, I'd say Vikings should attack him.
Yeah, but there's also been rumors of them trying to get Russell Wilson too. So, but
That would be a huge.
they don't have the draft capital and they don't have the money. So, and I mean, Green Bay right now has zero cap money, like dead zero. What I
Yeah,
saw
but they
the
got
other
all
day.
these young players too. They don't really.
The whole receiving core is getting paid about $12.5 million next year.
Yeah.
They were paid like $7.5 this year.
Yeah, they should be okay. I mean,
Hopefully, they need to restructure Jones. Keep Jones. I think they should get rid of Dillon. Use one of their second-round draft picks on a running back. Not as big as Dillon, more like a Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
But it is nice to have that one guy that can actually punch through everybody, and
Is Dylan worth that much that they won't sign him again?
I think he's gonna want too much money, kind of like Jamal Williams.
I like Dylan. He's a hell of a back as far as I see it.
He, up until like the last quarter of the season, he really didn't do anything, and then Jones was hurt, and
Well, he was hurt too. He broke his hand.
broke his thumb,
Yeah.
played through a broken thumb. But yeah, Kansas City's going to the Super Bowl.
Yep, Kansas City's back.
Great.
Well, that was one of my other rapid fire notes. Mahomes shines again, which he did again today. He was good again today. He was good last week.
I just can't stand him anymore. I liked him. He wasn't as bad last year, but he's just turned into such a crybaby about everything. I mean, even last week, Mahomes threw the ball, the defensive lineman just pushed him a little bit. He fell to the ground and he got a flag. So
I'm calling him the Super Bowl winner right there. That's what I'm going to call.
I hope not.
That's what I see, though.
I hope the Lions go to their first Super Bowl now. I was hoping the Ravens could pull it off, but
Travis said they're doing a podcast without you. She knows. Will the Bills be back to contend again next year?
they do every year. And then they got to face.
That team is slowly starting to fall apart, though.
They paid Josh Allen all that money. They don't have a lot to disperse.
They got the Cook, the running back, is in place yet. The receiving core, though, Diggs' contract is up, isn't it?
I think so. I don't think Diggs will be back. I don't think they want him back. He was horrible this year.
He is.
He couldn't catch the ball.
His attitude and his mouth just goes crazy. So,
Well, when he talks the talk, and then he can't walk the walk and catch the football.
yeah. Yeah, I kind of see the Bills falling off this next year. I don't.
Hey, so, McCarthy got rehired. Or not really rehired. He still has a year left on his contract. Do you think Sean McDermott should be on the hot seat for all these years that they were supposed to be good and they fall off?
No, I think he's an awesome coach.
I think he's an awesome coach too, but if they're going to put McCarthy on the hot seat for winning all these games and not doing anything in the playoffs, you got to think about McDermott too.
I don't agree with coaches being on the hot seat. I don't understand it. It's just everything falls on the coach. It's not the coach everything. If you can't get a player to listen to you, if you can't get a player to thrive, and if he doesn't want to put in the effort, what are you supposed to do?
Mm-hmm.
You can only coach what you're capable of coaching, and these are good coaches.
Yeah.
It's always the coach that gets fired. Well, why not just rip up somebody's contract to say, if you're not going to perform, you're done instead.
Well, and, people are shocked that Belichick hasn't gotten a job yet. It looked like he was going to get the Falcons job.
Well, he's out of that too.
They hired a coach. LA hired Jim Harbaugh. So there's really not. I mean, I understand why you wouldn't want to go to Atlanta because they don't really have a quarterback. He would have to draft a quarterback, and he doesn't want to do that. He wants to go to a team that will succeed now.
As an NFL owner of a team, I wouldn't want him.
Yeah.
I'm so over the fact of how much of a head case he is.
Well, I know I'm not an NFL coach, but if I was Bill Belichick, I wouldn't want to be a head coach anymore.
No, you've made your money, you've won your Super Bowls.
I mean,
Go off and enjoy the rest of your life.
if you were him, if somebody offered you a defensive coordinator job, would you take it? I think I would take it if I was him.
I think I'd go sit in a chair watching beach or something instead, or just doing something besides of football stuff, you know? At 72 years old, come on.
Yeah, well, and people are like, oh, Pete Carroll hasn't gotten an offer. That's because he's still in Seattle. He's in the front office now.
Yeah, he's in the office, yeah.
So he's not gonna get a coaching job anywhere. And I doubt that he wants to because, like you just said, he's in his 70s. Why would you wanna
Right.
keep being a head coach somewhere else?
That's all the rapid fire I have. What is it? What else would you like to talk about?
Well, I saw yesterday, Green Bay's looking for a new defensive coordinator. Would you rather have like a rookie defensive coordinator that's never been a defensive coordinator before? He's like a defensive backs coach or a linebackers coach. He doesn't have the experience as an assistant. I don't know if you could call a defensive coordinator as an assistant to the head coach. Or would you rather have somebody come in that has the experience with another team? Barry had the experience, but also coached the Lions to an 0-16 season.
I think if I could find somebody who has head coaching experience but doesn't want to be a head coach anymore, that was willing to be a defensive coordinator, I would go that route.
Well, that's like Brandon Staley. They brought Staley in for an interview. He was a heck of a defensive coordinator. He just was a horrible head coach.
He was coming in. But I would look at that. I mean, there was a rumor mill Zimmer going to Green Bay. I don't see that happening.
No, I don't think he wants to be a defensive coordinator anywhere. He's still getting paid by Minnesota, isn't he?
He might be. I'm not sure.
He was last year. Oh, he showed up.
Yeah.
Amy's here.
Amy's here.
Only because Amelia came.
Oh, Beth is watching.
She's been watching.
But yeah,
I can't believe you said KC is annoying just like the Patriots.
They are. That's what they're turning into for me.
Here, put this back here.
That's what they're turning into for me. Because what did they say? This is how many Super Bowl appearances now?
they went.
6?
This is the third or fourth straight?
I thought it was this.
No, it was their 6th straight AFC Championship game.
That's what it was.
I think it's 6th.
I don't know. It's just. I don't know. I was excited to see a team that hadn't really done it in a while. But Mahomes is a crybaby. But
It's
I will
like
say this, I think if Detroit pulls it off, they have a better chance of beating KC. I think.
I think we just saw our Super Bowl winner again play.
I don't want to see San Francisco in the Super Bowl again. I didn't want to see Kansas City either. But
It is what it is.
I truly think that San Francisco has a better chance to knock off KC than Detroit does.
yeah, but Detroit beat them in the first week.
I know. I don't know. Today watching Mahomes pick apart the Ravens defense it's like the guy knows what he's doing, and he's getting plays too also, but
Yeah. I think Jackson just didn't. They picked him apart. He didn't have a good game. Two picks in the end zone.
The defense was smothering.
Yeah. He made 2 very bad. I mean, the last pick was terrible. Terrible throw. But
Well, they got in his head, that's for sure.
That is at home too.
With Baltimore, it doesn't matter if they're home or away. They don't do well in the playoffs every year. But this year they actually got Lamar Jackson healthy, so I thought that would play a lot bigger part than last year. So
We'll see what next year brings. Look at that. Sunny, t-shirts.
Yeah. It's not raining this week.
I'm ready for it to either get cold or dry out. Because you saw my dog. Oh my God. The yard is just a mud pit. Why I decided to get a husky, oh man. It takes me like 20 to 30 minutes to get her dry and clean.
just wipe out the claws.
Yeah, but she lays down in the yard, so it's all over. Anyway, where were you guys? What are you at? What are you talking
Well,
about?
we were doing rapid fire, so I'll ask you a couple questions. Did Green Bay stumble, or did they just get beat by a better team?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think they stumbled big time in the fourth quarter. I don't think that I just felt like they shut up. So, yes, they got beat by a better team, but also I think they just stopped playing, in my opinion.
This is what we were talking about before you came in, and this is like I've been saying up until last week when they finally get beat. Is I'm waiting for a team to actually play defense, and that's
What they did.
team happened to
Yep.
play defense.
Yep.
So
Yeah, because I don't think Purdy had a great game.
no,
You know, there was nothing stellar or exciting really from either end.
Yeah, I think Detroit's got a lot better defense than Green Bay does. So
the across the shoulders pass was horrible.
Horrible.
it was on first down too.
Yep.
What that little Brett Favre showed up there.
Yep.
Which
Same exact pass.
he did it. Favre did it twice in two separate NFC Championship games for two separate teams too. Against the Giants in 07 and against the Saints in 09. So
Well, there's always next year. Can't walk away from that season with your head down. It was a good season for the Packers, so
They made it interesting, that's for sure.
they did.
Will the Bills be back to contend again next year?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I would, if I was the Bills, and maybe they're already doing it, I don't know, I would definitely be looking for my next quarterback. And maybe they have him already. Allen, I look at Allen like Dobbs he's a good second string quarterback. I don't think he plays consistently enough to bring a team all the way.
yeah, but they just gave him a contract.
Did they? How many years?
4 or 5 years.
Well, obviously they see something in him, but I mean, you said it too. You didn't think he was a consistent quarterback. I mean,
No, I think he's a franchise quarterback for the Bills, but I don't see him winning a championship.
no.
Especially when he's got to play Kansas City every postseason.
Yep. So no, I don't think.
Now it doesn't really matter if they play Kansas City at home or on the road; they're going to lose.
And we all know how you feel about Mahomes.
Right, baby Mahomes. Sorry.
What do you think is gonna knock him off his game? What's gonna make him lose the Super Bowl?
A defense coming in that rocks it, that just shuts him down. Because Mahomes gets frustrated. When he can't complete the play or he can't move, that's where he gets frustrated. And the more frustrated he gets, the worse he plays. So that's, like you said, Detroit can get in his head and can shut him down.
I'm gonna say the opposite. I'm gonna say San
San Fran?
Francisco.
Maybe.
Because Detroit's secondary defense, the D-backs and
Mhm.
safeties, that's where Mahomes is going to pick you apart. And that's where the Detroit defense is weak. So I want Detroit to win,
I do too.
but
I think
for
everybody
someone to give the Chiefs a fight, I think
Think
the
it's San
49ers have a better chance.
Yeah. I don't know. It's an interesting, when you look at the quarterback situation, you got Mahomes, you got Purdy, and you got Goff. I think Goff is a better quarterback than Purdy this
Yeah.
season.
Yeah. Blake thinks he's awful.
I don't he can be. He's just not always playing consistent. If he could always find those runs and always make those great passes, yeah, but there's other times when he makes really bad decisions. So, but we'll see. Just I'm hoping it's a good game here, and I hope we see Detroit play solid, play strong, and pull the win up.
Yeah.
And then let them do the speaking in the Super Bowl.
either way, I hope either of these teams beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I need Taylor Swift to get a Super Bowl because they'll give her one, I'm sure. Or Kelsey will give it to her like his class ring in high school.
Oh, it's so fun though.
You're a Swiftie, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got her all her albums and podcasts.
He's got posters of her in his room.
My Pandora is loaded with Taylor Swift.
I don't know. The best part of last week's game was seeing Kelsey with his shirt off.
No, that was hilarious.
Oh my god, that was
Jumping
awesome.
out of the
booth. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I liked it. There was a meme that was like, oh, so it's okay if Jason Kelsey takes off his shirt when he's drunk, but when I do it, it's time for me to go home.
Yeah.
Let's see, look at that. Only one person picked the Lions.
Is Devo gonna play?
No, I don't think so. I didn't see anything. Well, I'm sure he'll play.
How much does it mean that San Fran's at home and Detroit's away? How much does that play into this game?
San Fran always wins at home in the
So
playoffs.
it's worth 3 points, I think.
They just seem unbeatable at home.
Just like Dallas was.
Yeah, but San Fran actually delivers in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm just trying to make a dig on the Cowboys.
Cowboys suck.
Your mom says there's a bakery in Missouri that made cookie cakes of Kelsey with the shirt off.
Yeah.
They had to stop taking orders. That's hilarious.
But more people talked about that than Taylor Swift, so it was a win.
I actually watched part of a podcast of the Kelsey boys.
They're pretty
It's
Is it?
it's a decent podcast.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about watching it. He's got a docu-series or something too on
Amazon.
Amazon.
I watched part of that.
Is it pretty good or not?
I watched
Yeah.
the one where Jason made his wife come on the show with him. And she was saying no, you hear her in the background. No.
Or or Travis was asking Kylie how Jason landed her and they met on Tinder. And then he passed out at the bar drunk the first night that they met.
She's a smoke show too.
But
She's what is she? In some sport, isn't she?
No.
no, that's JJ Watt.
Yeah.
JJ Watt's wife plays professional soccer. Well, he used to until they had a kid.
I thought they were saying that she was in some type of a.
She did it in college, I think.
There was one of the quarterbacks too that did the quarterback. I can't remember, but she was a track star.
Travis is in the house. Are we ready for a sponsor?
Yeah.
Who are we gonna sponsor first?
Who are we gonna shout out to first?
Raising the
Raising
bar.
the
Who's in the bar? You got this one, Blake.
I do.
You're wearing the shirt.
You're in the shirt.
It's not Wednesday, but Wednesday night, they have their buffalo chicken sandwich. They also have family karaoke. I believe that's in Lower Expectations, right? Or no, that's upstairs.
It's upstairs, because it's with the pizza special.
Yeah. And they have the pizza special. Can't remember exactly what it is.
Large family,
Large pizza
2 or
with
topping, whatever, I think it made topping.
half off an appetizer, I think.
Yeah, family drinks, four soft drinks, Wingo Bar Bingo on Thursdays,
Mm-hmm.
and,
They've got a craft show coming up next month.
Are you doing that?
I hadn't talked to him about that yet, I should probably do that one.
We talked about sponsoring that too.
Yeah. We'll have to get a hold of Jim and Bobby and Tim about that.
Yeah, it's just Jim and Bobby.
Okay.
Well, more Bobby.
Bobby.
No, they're all awesome.
Hey, Dan.
But now we
That
got
is a
the-
toupee. All right, those that are watching, who thinks that Greg Olson has
No,
a
that's
toupee
not
on?
a toupee.
Oh my god, it's so terrible.
He had that hair when he played.
It is so terrible.
I can't stand him,
Oh, he's horrible.
That's a toupee.
especially when he's calling against Green Bay. He comes up with everything to say bad about Green Bay. I think I maybe heard him say one or two things good about Packers when he's announcing
Who did he play for?
Panthers and
He actually played for Chicago for a
Yeah.
year too, I think.
after
What
Carolina,
position?
tight end,
Tight end.
part of that tight end U program they do every offseason.
His biggest problem is he thinks he's funny too.
Yeah,
He's not funny. He's got this stupid dry humor that just
Well, and
annoys the crap out of me.
the thing is though is Tom Brady's contract comes into effect next year.
Yeah.
Guess who gets the boot?
Him,
Him?
Yeah, he does.
How
He
is
gets the
Tom
boot.
Brady gonna be as an announcer
I
though?
think I would rather listen to Tom Brady.
So they're
His
gonna.
knowledge of the game is gonna be,
You're different.
So Greg
Yeah.
Olson and this other guy are the number one. That's why they're calling
This
this
game.
game. But next year it'll be the guy with Greg Olson and Tom Brady. I think Fox is kind of hoping that he turns out like Tony Romo.
I love Tony Romo. I love Tony Romo and Chris Collinsworth.
annoying too.
Really?
He talks way too much. He just like Blake.
The thing is though is like, if he can predict plays
He can-
like he does now, why wasn't he that good
But he,
playing?
yeah, but he's always talking over Jim Nance all the time. Jim Nance can't even call the game, and he
Yeah.
just keeps rambling on and on and on and
Well, I
on.
think he gets excited because he was a player, so he's watching it from an enjoyment standpoint, and then he's announcing it. So I think sometimes that's where he gets lost in it.
No, he needs to watch a bunch of his.
That's the thing is Tony Romo's just a color commentator. He's not supposed to talk very much. Only when
Right.
Jim asks him to
Right.
talk.
Yeah.
But they're also paying him tens of millions of dollars. I think it was like $70 million to do these games.
Insane.
So, which, yeah, he almost went over to ESPN when they did that whole flip flop of everything.
I still like Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, so I don't see what's so bad about Joe Buck.
Joe Buck is fine.
Yeah, Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman is like Greg Olson.
I don't mind Troy Aikman at all.
Troy Aikman
I
doesn't
think
know
they're
when
good.
to
That's
shut up.
probably my favorite broadcast.
Of course it would be.
Says the one who talks all the time.
You got your history this week?
I got no history. I got trivia though.
Well, you got plenty of history, but you said you worked so hard.
I did. I did.
There's no history.
I didn't do history because I did rapid fire again. I thought that was a woman singing.
But now I got the Lions and the 49ers game on. Go Lions. I didn't think I'd ever say that in my life.
This is kind of cool. The only team in modern
Went from-
in NFL history that has
Flipped it
has been in for all 58 seasons,
And never made
made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, what about the Browns though? Browns have never made it to the Super Bowl.
You know what I'm saying? They were for all 58 seasons, is what they said.
Okay. Browns have been around for a long time too.
Yeah.
But it is nice to see an NFC North team in there though.
Detroit doesn't want a Super Bowl, but they won a championship
Yep. Before
before the Super Bowl.
in the 50s.
Yeah. He's one of my favorite players. He's fun to watch.
Okay, playoff trivia.
I suck at this.
This performance by a quarterback was the best of his storied career, throwing for 505 yards and 3 TDs in the Super Bowl, only to lose.
Matt Ryan.
It's not Matt Ryan.
Jim Kelly.
Nope. Not Steve Young either, Dan.
Warner?
Nope.
Peyton Manning.
Nope.
Russell Wilson.
Nope.
Eli won both times.
Not Favre.
You stumped Blake. Holy
It's
hell.
really obvious.
Is it though?
It is very obvious.
The Vikings haven't made it.
They
It's
made
not
the
the
fourth.
Vikings. It's not the Vikings. No, not Montana either.
Montana won every Super Bowl he was in. I can't think
Tom
of it.
Brady?
It is Tom Brady. Yep.
Oh, yeah, I guess he's lost 2 Super Bowls.
Tom Brady was the winner on that one.
Ah.
Okay. This venue holds the record for the loudest stadium in the NFL history, reaching 142 decibels in 2014.
CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Candlestick Park?
2014?
Nope.
Metrodome. That's all fake crowd noise.
You got nothing good to say about the Vikings ever, so.
I do. Just saying, if you went to a game there, you could tell it's fake.
I don't know.
I've only got 3 trivia questions this week.
Not Detroit, is it?
No.
Give me a
Detroit
hint.
is loud though.
Detroit's very
Give
loud.
me a hint.
They played today. They're playing today.
Right now?
Kansas City.
Kansas City,
Oh, yeah.
Arrowhead Stadium.
That's saying something, because that's an outdoor stadium.
Well, CenturyLink Field can get extremely loud too.
This rivalry is between an entire division where every team in it has won a Super Bowl.
It's not the North. AFC East.
I think it is the AFC though, isn't it?
Nope.
NFC West.
Nope.
South.
No.
Nope.
NFC East.
Yes.
I was gonna say it's not the North.
There's only so many directions we can go.
That's all I got for my fun stuff. Well, I got wisdom and opinions yet. We'll save that for later.
Lighter.
I think Ron should talk about the Midway Bar.
Midway Bar. I haven't been up there for a while, you know?
I don't either.
It's my, well, that whole block is fun. That the atmosphere between the 2 bars is fun. You get tired of sitting in one bar, you go to the next bar, you know, type of thing, and you work your way back to the other bar.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I say, Chase, I haven't been up to your bar for a few weeks now. It looks like you're doing awesome in the community, and such a great atmosphere that's been created there, and bringing in the new people to enjoy everything that you put out to us. So we enjoy the music that comes in there with JJ Stoner, and then Sarge and his band come in there once in a while and stuff. So it's just a lot of fun. So go if you're looking for a cold beer, Friday night, Saturday night, go stop in Midway. I'm sure they got what you want there. Pizzas too. So
That's gross. Literally sound like your bone popped out of your neck.
yeah,
Yeah, beer
Right,
Olympics
my
was pretty
face.
popular.
yeah.
Why don't we talk about this game?
It looks warm and dry.
It looks nice there.
It's supposed to be like 50 here on Saturday.
No, but there's too much mud.
Yeah.
That's what happens when the snow melts away.
It'll dry up. Well, until it.
Yeah, but I
Forest
read
comes out.
something that winter is coming the third week of February.
Yeah, I seen something. You think your dad posted something?
Yeah, with your dad.
So it's supposed to get cold again.
He wants the snowmobile,
Yeah.
so
10 degrees below average with significant snow.
great.
Yeah. Did you get your car fixed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got it back on Wednesday.
Stay away from the deer.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
They're out. They were moving. Is that last night we saw the deer coming home?
It's nice
Yeah.
getting like 40 miles a gallon again.
Go.
So Detroit took the ball first. I don't know. I didn't see who won the toss, but
Detroit needs to score.
They have to score.
yeah, they
on
gotta
the
start
opening drive.
strong. They gotta start strong. So, I think the tight end is important in this game.
Sam Laporta.
Laporta's gotta
Don't
have
get
a huge game. And they gotta offset it with a good running game also. So, I mean,
I think. You ever heard of Prize Picks?
no.
Yeah. Got it. Go.
Yeah.
I made a bet that Goff was going to throw under 35 attempts, and I think Mahomes throw over 35, and Mahomes was at like 33 at the end of the third quarter. So
Dan says Lions will win by 7 to 10 points.
I
Wow.
hope so.
That'd be great.
We gotta talk about Dan too. I seen you.
Yeah, we will.
Go, 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 go. Got it.
So
But
that was Laporta, so that's
we did add another sponsor since the last episode. Dan at Salty Dog Custom Laser Engraving.
who's watching right now.
Hey, Dan.
He made our tumblers. He made some hats for me.
I use that
Dan's-
tumbler every day, by the way.
Dan's awesome. He's awesome to work with. If you're looking for anything custom made, he's local. He's out in Richmond, and of course he's watching. I'm not just talking nice about you, Dan, because you're watching.
Oh my gosh.
Go. Go.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Beat
Nice
2
start.
tackles, 3 tackles. That was
Minute and a
awesome.
half in, they already scored. But yeah, Dan, I'm not just talking nice about you because you're watching. But I saw Asher's sippy cup that you made for him today. That's pretty cool.
The charcuterie board, the North charcuterie board was auctioned off last night too. I haven't heard what it went for yet, but I will find out. So
I'm
they
sure it
were
went
they
pretty
were
well.
really happy with that.
Keep it up.
Lions and
But yeah.
Chiefs.
Yeah, he said
Be-
you see Ashley's new sippy cup.
Yeah, Asher's sippy cup was pretty cool.
It's
Did you talk about I know you talked about the athletic trainer being let go and obviously Joe Barry. The kicker. They got a new kicker,
Oh, they brought in a
Green
kicker.
Bay.
They signed a kicker. I don't think he has any experience though.
But they've still got, is it Carlson?
Yeah.
I wouldn't give up
Carson.
on Carlson, you know.
No, I just thought it was interesting that they brought on another one.
They haven't been this aggressive to start the off season in as long as I've been alive. So hopefully changes are coming. They know what they have now, I mean, making it to the playoffs in their first season with a new quarterback is huge. I mean, Rodgers didn't even take us to the playoffs his first season.
Mm-mm.
Favre didn't. So
So who do you think is in the running for Joe's job?
honestly, I don't even know. I saw Brandon Staley got interviewed.
They're interviewing already.
They interviewed 4 people. I think he's probably the best candidate right now. He's a lot better defensive coordinator than a head coach.
Who was he coaching?
Chargers.
Chargers.
He was a defensive coordinator for the Rams too.
Who just signed? He was an offensive or defensive coordinator. Now he's a head coach.
He was from the Bucks.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, he's the Commanders head coach.
Head coach. Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, that's a total organization.
Well, now they have new owners, so it
Right.
should be a lot better. But
But the stadium is horrible.
they need a new stadium bad. I mean, they have sewage water.
Ugh.
Dan says Jim Leonard.
I don't think that Jim's gonna coach in the NFL. They offered him the job when they offered Barry the job, and Jim said that he wanted to stay in college, which he hasn't coached in college since. So who knows? They haven't interviewed him yet, but they probably called him and asked him right away that he was probably top of their list, and I'm guessing he said no. Which I get it.
Have they said anything about Cousins?
No.
Nothing's come out about that.
I haven't.
They probably won't do anything about him until he starts rehabbing and showing that he can still
True.
throw the football.
True.
I want to talk about this though. K-Fan Morning Show.
Yeah.
They did on Friday. They did the
500.
500 show,
initials
but
game,
they
yeah.
also did Zach Halverson. He
Oh,
lost.
he lost the Charts Challenge?
So did you?
I
hear-
watched it.
Yeah, I mean the first pick was Philadelphia. Yeah. And then Chris-
No, it wasn't Philadelphia. What's his name? The service guy. It landed on his name.
Yeah, but
Then he picked
He
Philadelphia.
picked Philadelphia.
And then it landed on hockey.
hockey. Yeah.
Two worst
That
things.
poor son of a bitch.
He's got to fly. Well, he can either fly to Philadelphia or fly to Los Angeles and then drive cross country.
Oh,
It's like 30.
48 hours
No, I thought it was a day and like 13 hours.
so you have to drive completely cross
cross
country?
country. Yeah.
So 24, 34,
No, I thought it was
40,
42.
38, almost 40 hours.
At least.
I think I would rather go to California and drive.
Well, that's what he's thinking about
Yes.
doing. Because even if he drives from Philadelphia to LA, then he's
So
got to fly back.
Can you imagine paying for all that?
I was wondering because he gave out his Venmo thing.
Yeah, he was
So-
getting money from people.
Well, so a couple years ago, hockey lost, and they were in Vegas, and he had to take a bus all the way from Vegas back home.
Oh,
But then Jefferson Lyons picked him up like halfway through. He had a bus to himself, pizza, and now Jefferson Lyons is a sponsor or a partner.
Yeah.
So, but he was miserable. He was.
I can't.
Can you imagine
I
being
can't
on a bus
even-
that long?
I can't even imagine driving back from Las Vegas, let alone driving from LA to like New York and then fly back to.
I like driving. I like seeing the country.
He can't have anybody with him.
No, it's got to be by himself.
By
I couldn't do
himself.
That would drive me
That would
nuts.
drive me nuts. I would rather drive by myself than on a bus, though.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. It's fun listening to those guys. I tried to, because you could the 500th game, you could try to guess the initials, and if you won, you could go watch it because they did it in their press room. And I tried. I took a couple shots at it, and I didn't. I'd
I've
love
done
to see
that
those
with-
guys live.
93X, and I've won a couple times, but not anything significant. I won like gift certificates to bars. I'm like, the bar is like an hour and a half away from my house.
Didn't you win Blues Cruise tickets though? A couple
Yeah.
years ago.
Last year, and you guys didn't want to go.
I didn't want to be.
I
That's
was
too
busy.
much.
No, you just said you didn't want to go. You're like, you still got to pay for your alcohol.
I don't remember.
And
We both said no. Did you even go?
no, Amelia
Dan-
wasn't.
You
Amelia
weren't
wasn't
21 yet,
Dan says Jim Leonard is a hell of a defensive coach.
Yeah,
but then why doesn't he come in the
he
NFL?
doesn't have any
Pick it,
experience.
pick it.
Oh,
No.
So what else are we gonna talk about?
I mean, we can't really talk. We have to talk about the championship game on Wednesday or
This-
Super Bowl on
Yeah.
Wednesday because
So we should probably just like do my wisdom and opinions and then we got any more sponsors we gotta show?
no.
And we sit back and watch a game.
Mhm. We're gonna end this though.
Yeah. I think everybody else wants us to end it too, so.
It's pretty boring. Actually.
49ers had all they could
He got
handle with
hit.
the Packers. I don't think they can beat the Lions. That's what Dan was saying.
Who said that?
Dan, again.
Dan needs to come on the show.
Yeah, he should. He knows a lot of football.
Brock got hit in the mouth.
Oh.
I don't know how he got that ball off. That Debo is playing.
He's a big dude.
Oh, poof! He's lucky that rule's in effect now where he can't land on him because he would have broke something.
Kid's tiny.
Oh,
All right. Well, we hope everybody enjoys this game tonight. Go Lions.
Go on.
Oh, that's right. I thought we were wrapping this
I'm
up.
not done yet.
Oh, sorry. Hurry up. Oh,
Oh.
Get him.
Yeah.
My wisdom for the week.
3 days.
Before you diagnose yourself with depression or low self-esteem, first make sure that you are not, in fact, just surrounding yourself with assholes.
That's really
Sorry.
What are you looking at me for?
Because you're easy.
I hang around you all the time.
You're easy target.
I'm not easy.
Target.
You gotta buy me dinner
Target.
first.
I bought you dinner many times.
I don't know. I bought you dinner many times too.
No one's ever bought me dinner.
You know, from all of us.
You're right.
My opinion for the week is, in my opinion, sarcasm is the secret language that everybody uses when they want to say something mean to your face. Yeah, I agree with that.
You wrote it down.
Ah,
I'm pretty
crap.
sure you.
Loser.
So that's what we got. That's what I have. Once again, I was the star of the show.
Sure.
Yes, you're the star. We're in your basement. And the show's named after you, so
I'm the star.
very dull
I think
star.
everybody agrees with that. Let me check. No comments yet.
Nope, there's not gonna be.
Well, thank you all.
On
Thank
that
you
note-
all
Wait,
for tuning in.
We gotta wait a minute here.
No,
Oh,
we
we
don't.
don't. Thank you guys for watching this kind of boring, I guess, episode. Couldn't really talk about much because
We're
Chiefs
distracted.
are going to the Super Bowl now, and Lions and San Fran are playing right now. But thank you to Beard Wisconsin, Raising the Bar, Midway, and Salty Dog Custom Laser Engraving for sponsoring the podcast. What?
Dan. His opinions are like a-holes. Everybody has one.
They all stink. But yeah,
But I'm still sorry.
should be plan on doing a show on Wednesday night for sure this week.
Yep.
And then I don't know. We're gonna stop playing footsie with me, you sick. God. I don't know what we're gonna talk about the next week because there's not gonna be a game next Sunday. So
If you have any ideas for us, let us know.
I think Amy should come up with an idea.
You know what we're gonna talk about if you leave it up to me.
Oh, God.
we don't know anything about soccer.
It'll be the worst show ever.
You'll be the only one on camera.
Soccer and hockey.
But yeah, tune in Wednesday for another show.
Dan says you like it when I play footsie with you.
No, I don't.
I think Dan should come on next week or on Wednesday.
Dan, you gonna come up for a show?
But thank you guys. I said this already. Thanks for tuning in.
We gotta wait to see if Dan answers.
He texts about as fast as you do, so
That's
we
why
might
we
be
have to
here a
wait.
while.
Have to wait. I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wednesday night, Dan's coming on the show.
7:00.
Um,
If you're out, be safe. Enjoy the game. We'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Watch out for the fog.
go Pack, go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go Lions.